here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead. Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. He is off to an unfathomable start, throwing the football, thrown the 2 passes, both been intercepted and returned for touchdowns. We'll see how he bounces back. It's 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott caught on the right side by Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Prescott. They complete it to Hill. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long. Yeah, better against man than zone, or? Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Turnover Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Prescott from the gun on third. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He'll take it at the 42. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by a former Buccaneer, one of his many NFL stops. This is Ryan Fitzpatrick. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They hand this one to Gronk. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 2nd and 10. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing on second down. Fitzpatrick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jacoby Myers, 27 yards. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jalen Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Taken right around the 44. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Fred Biletnikoff, 42 yards.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Prescott on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. 1st down, Prescott. Gets it, and he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this 2nd half with their first drive.
can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Fitzpatrick's throw there complete to Myers. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now a give right side. Dunn. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it is 42-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And Jones has it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They run on first down with Jackson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 15. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Gay now set to kick it off. Taking it about the 1.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jalen Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. The solid stiff arm. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll run on 1st down. It's done. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Fitzpatrick here to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Prescott, open man right side is Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Prescott yet again. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, this is blocked. The Steelers get it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, Paul.